What's up guys, SnorlaxPlox here with another unboxing and first impression video. This time we got some buttons from Cats or RetroCats. You can find him on Etsy. I'll give a link in the description below. Let's just hop right into it. So I actually know that he doesn't make too many buttons actually right now on his Etsy site. A lot of it are, I think he's going through commissions and whatnot, so it's kind of hard to get any buttons, but he does have some on Etsy. Package. Oh gosh, it's hard to open. All right, okay, so if I remember correctly, I got some like translucent, transparent purple. Ooh, there they are. Here it is. So, pretty standard USPS first class packaging. Nowadays, I don't really trust anything other than USPS just because it comes in your mailbox rather than just left at your doorstep. So that's nice. And nice. This bag's pretty thick actually. No, the other bags that I have for other buttons, they'll come in such a big bag, but nothing too spectacular. It's just a baggie inside bubble wrap package. So let's take a look. I did actually buy joysticks from him also. So as you can see here, show you guys the joysticks real quick because I know they're going to be very interesting. I will do a joystick overview video sometime later in the future, but not right now. So these I'm going to put aside, and I'm going to have to test these later on. Alright, so getting into the buttons, we have... Woo, this is the A button. So first thing that I noticed is that these have a very flat bottom right here. And what that means is that it's a one-piece mold construction. And it's the way that it's going to sit in your controller, it's going to kind of like shake around in the controller. But we'll put them in anyway just to see how it feels. Don't actually know if it's going to do that, depending on how big the button actually is compared to the original, but most of the time that's not the case. Yeah, so let's just take a look at each individual button real quick. Nice. No air bubbles. Really clean. And he definitely sanded the bottom of this to make it smoother. I appreciate that. It's nice. So that's the A button. Here is the B button right there. B button. Same thing with the bottom. Flat. Super flat. Here's the Y button. Nice. And here's the X button. Yeah. I think if I recall correctly too, there's two different kinds of buttons that you can order. There's a short or tall, and then he'll sand them down to your depending on your button pads. So depending on what kind of controller you have, they have different heights for the rubber pads, and he'll make the adjustment for you. So I got the short ones for the newer Smash controllers because that's what I have right here. That controller right there. I like how glossy this is. Nice. Alright, so let's just do a comparison compared to the A button, original A button. So what you're going to notice actually is that the heights are a little bit different. And that's because I did order the shorter buttons in order to fit the rubber pads. So right here you see how it's kind of dipped a little bit, that little centerpiece right there. That will line up with, or supposedly will line up with, the flat surface of the A button right here. Yeah, nice. So yeah, you can just see the height difference like that. Kind of makes it look way different, but I'm sure it'll sit fine in the controller. In fact, we'll find out later. So yeah, there it is. That's the A button. Of course, the signature A right there, it tells me that it's the A button. Wow, big surprise. Okay. B button right here. Same thing with the heights. You can see it's significantly different, but it's based off of this bottom part right here. Oops. Right B. That's nice. Alright, what's the X button right here? And height's a bit smaller. Alright, let's go over to the Y button. This is a Y button. And there's that height difference at the bottom. Nice. The start button and D-pad I don't really care too much about. I've said in previous videos. Start button sucks, of course, and then D-pad, no one uses it and it feels like trash anyway. We'll see how it performs. It has like this one actually is interesting about the D-pad right here is that it has kind of like an inset. See right there that it's kind of cored out. And that's just to make it sit with the rubber contact pad a little bit better. And we'll see it put on a controller. Alright. So I'm going to put it on this controller right here and see how it goes. Alright, we're back. And this is what the buttons look like on the controller. It's kind of a very nice like pinkish purple. Usually what you see when it comes out the package is a lot lighter than what it looks like inside the controller, but this actually kept its color pretty well. I do have to say the feeling of the buttons, not exactly the most polished feeling compared to the original GameCube controller. It's a little bit flatter, but it's not exactly super like matte. It's not very easy to explain. So feeling from now, it seems like Cats actually had gotten the height just right, the way that I'm pressing the buttons right now, and it feels very solid. Of course, D-pad it's actually pretty nice in there. And then start button. Of course, I don't really care too much about these buttons, but these right here, yeah, it's super solid. So what I did mention is that the buttons do shake a little bit in the controller. Like if you shake it, you can kind of hear it, but this one is actually not as severe as, say, the Battle Beaver custom buttons. Yeah, I really like the look of this purple right here. Really not too much to say about it. It is one piece mold, so nothing new, but still very solid. Alright, so that's it. Keep in mind this is just an unboxing and first impression video. I will do a button overview, kind of ranking the buttons sometime later. I feel as if might be my last order of custom buttons before I make that video, so probably start working on that. And then also stay in tune for the stick overview. Actually, that will probably be my next video after I test out the sticks from RetroCats. Okay? Alright, peace out.